Tonight on KOTA Territory News at 5:30, we'll have the latest on what you have to pay when the shooting complex opens north of Rapid this fall. Plus, an accident at the intersection of Campbell and Minnesota streets this afternoon leaves a huge concrete beam in the road. We'll tell you what happened. And Senate Majority Leader John Thune fights for an agricultural bill. Your news starts now.
From Skyline Drive, this is KOTA Territory News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Jack Cottle. Senate Majority Leader John Thune is taken to the Senate floor to promote the Ag Appropriations Bill. Thune says the bill is an example of the Senate prioritizing farmers and ranchers' needs.
It provides important funding to the Farm Service Agency, including support for $10.5 billion in capital access for farmers and ranchers. And it supports efforts to track foreign-owned land to prevent our adversaries like China from buying up America's farmland. It also makes investment in rural development programs at USDA. In South Dakota, that money goes far in supporting water programs, electricity, and broadband programs in rural areas.
The Majority Leader also pointed out the bill's funding for the Agricultural Marketing Service, conservation programs, and funding to combat potential threats of disease to livestock. The bill was recently passed by the Senate Appropriations Committee on a bipartisan 27-0 vote. The bill is available for floor consideration now. Well, there's showers and storms in the forecast, but are we dealing with any of that right now? Meteorologist Ryan Larmew is in the First Alert Weather Center with an update. I tell you what, Ryan, it was oddly cool out there today.
It felt great, didn't it, Jack? We saw the temperatures stay nice and cool today because we saw plenty of cloud coverage in Rapid City. We're still seeing that cloud coverage this evening and seeing a few storms firing up on First Alert top of the radar right now. Let's take a closer look at some of those. And they're in the central to southern Black Hills, places like Newcastle and Custer, hearing lots of thunder, seeing some lightning off in the distance, some heavier rain also falling in this. This is a sub-severe thunderstorm, which is nice out there. Nice rain and thunder and nice evening setting for dinner there for us. But our main moisture is still up in Montana. This will be moving its way through KOTA territory throughout the rest of the night. But all the rain and cloud coverage throughout the day has kept temperatures cool. 60s, 70s, and even a few 50s popping up on the map. We're 59 in Sheridan, 58 in Buffalo, 67 at the Rapid City Airport. We're going to be even cooler than this tomorrow. I'll be planning out just how cool we stay coming up in just a few minutes. Jack?
Thank you, Ryan. The Senate Armed Services Committee has advanced the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2026, with $406 million going to South Dakota. $378 million will go to Ellsworth Air Force Base for projects related to the B-21 Raider program. More than half of that money would go towards building environmental protection shelters, which are essentially hangars. Senator Mike Rounds expressed his support for the hangars this morning.
My message to the Air Force is I don't care where you're going to put these aircraft. If you're going to have them for 50 years or more, let's take care of the aircraft. And if you're talking these items that are multi-million dollars in value, don't you want to put them in a hangar?
Rounds told reporters this morning South Dakota comes out very well in the bill. The senator also highlighted $28 million for an Army National Guard vehicle maintenance shop in Watertown. Now back to the B-21 program, the bill would fully authorize the program, including more than $3.4 billion for procurement. The bill is now up for full Senate approval. The Pennington County Board of Commissioners voted today to have the county administration building transition back to a 5-day work week. Currently, the building operates Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., but with a vote today, the building will operate Monday through Friday. Those specific hours of operation have not been determined. The hours of operation study team still has to review the data they received, and they'll present the recommendations on operating hours to the commissioners in August. The actual transition to a 5-day schedule will not take effect until the administration building relocates to its new facility on Concourse Drive. A semi-truck had a big problem at Campbell Street and East Minnesota Street in Rapid City today, around 2 this afternoon, dropping a large concrete beam in the intersection. The beam broke in the middle as the truck turned left onto Campbell to head southbound, blocking most traffic through the intersection. Officers with the Rapid City Police Department arrived to direct traffic around the obstruction. According to a news release from Rapid City government, cleanup could take several hours. We'll continue to provide updates as traffic disruptions continue tonight. The Deadwood Police Department is investigating the death of a missing man. 44-year-old Joshua Reisenauer was reported missing on Sunday afternoon after not showing up for work yesterday. Deadwood Police responded to a call regarding a man believed to be deceased near the First Gold Hotel and Casino. According to police, Reisenauer was found dead on a hillside. The investigation into Reisenauer's disappearance and death is still ongoing. Anyone with information should contact the Deadwood Police Department. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. A Rapid City man found guilty of rape and sexual contact with a minor was sentenced in 7th Circuit Court this morning. 34-year-old KOTA was sentenced to 80 years in prison after he was found guilty by a Pennington County jury in March of 9 counts of first-degree rape and 1 count of sexual contact with a minor. He was also sentenced to 20 years in federal court last July for receipt of child pornography. The charges stem from incidents starting in 2016 when the victim was just 6 years old and took place over a span of 2 years. During a search of KOTA's home, law enforcement found hundreds of images and videos of child pornography, including images of the child he abused. Before sentencing KOTA, Judge Robert Kaczynski called KOTA's actions a, quote, horrific betrayal of the trust the family put in Mr. KOTA. A Pierre man will spend the rest of his life in prison for the death of a Rapid City teen. 25-year-old David Shangru was found guilty of second-degree murder in April by a Hughes County jury for the stabbing of 17-year-old Evie Maxey in Pierre. Maxey was stabbed multiple times in the bathroom at an apartment in Pierre in late November of 2023. Attorney General Marty Jackley said in his statement, quote, our hearts go out to Evie's family. While this sentence cannot bring Evie back, justice has been served. The Rapid City Police Department is seeking feedback from the community to understand their perspectives on public safety services within Rapid City and areas the department could improve in. Every 4 years, Rapid City Police conducts an online community-wide survey to evaluate people's perceptions on crime in relation to public safety and how the department handles itself professionally. RCPD will use the data collected from the survey to help their efforts in seeking to enhance community programming and public safety services. The police department worked with the University of South Dakota's Government Research Bureau to lay out and distribute the survey. The survey is part of the police department's accreditation requirements put in place by the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. Anyone interested in taking the community-wide survey can visit kotatv.com. With a new 600-acre shooting sports complex north of Rapid City set to open its doors in the fall, the Game Fish and Parks Commission set the complex fees before the grand opening. The commission met on Thursday in Yankton, established the fees for the Pete Lean and Sons Shooting Sports Complex. Anyone looking to spend one day at the complex will pay $20 for an individual day permit. In addition, an individual annual permit is $100 with a $150 fee for a family annual permit. Other fees for non-competitive events include $500 per shooting bay for 2 days and $200 for each additional day. The complex will offer free public uses of its 50, 100, and 300-yard bays and archery range at the complex's south end. In total, 140 of the 160 pistol and rifle positions and the archery range will be free of charge. Well, the weather is cooling down quite a bit this week. When will it heat up again? We'll let you know what's on the way in your accurate First Alert forecast coming up later. But first, kids at General Beadle Elementary are keeping their minds sharp and improving future career prospects at the Great STEAM Expedition. We'll let you know what that is coming up next. Students in KOTA territory are getting a hands-on look at the power of learning outside of the school year. Rosetta Jones joined them on the Great STEAM Expedition and shows us its impact on our future leaders.
It was a day of discovery, creativity, and hands-on learning at General Beadle Elementary School as students gathered for the Great STEAM Expedition, a summer celebration of out-of-school time programs making a measurable impact on students in KOTA territory.
Really trying to bridge that gap, kind of trying to prevent that summer slide. We know that, that 2 months off after school gets out, kids are kind of getting that learning loss. And so really trying to just kind of keep them practicing that math, keep them practicing that learning that would have, not been naturally happening in the summer.
Organized by Black Hills Special Services Cooperative and Rapid City area schools, the event highlights the power of out-of-school time learning.
So we have had our summer programs running for over 20 years. We have 5 elementary, 2 middle school, and a high school program. We do a lot of academics in the morning and then a lot of project-based learning in the afternoons, and then field trips based around kind of the project-based learning in the afternoons.
The program served more than 1,200 students this past school year, preparing them for future success.
It's been really fun, and I've been learning a lot. And my favorite subject in the program is probably the math and science and reading. Well, all 3.
And while the summer fun continues, Judge says the impact lasts well beyond the classroom. Check out more program information on our website. Reporting in Rapid City, Zeta Jones, KOTA Territory News.
Temperatures are shaping up to be much cooler tomorrow. Meteorologist Ryan Larmew tells us how long this cool spell is lasting and your accurate first alert forecast after the break.
Now, the First Alert Forecast with meteorologist Ryan Larmew.
Well, temperatures have stayed on the cooler side throughout the day today. That's all because the cloud coverage has settled in. We saw a few bits of sunshine here and there earlier this morning, but the clouds have really dominated this afternoon and this evening. That's what we're seeing on our Golden West weather cam here up on Skyline Drive. Plenty of cloud coverage, a thick cloud deck, keeping those temperatures cool. We're 64 degrees right now in Rapid City, but we're still a little breezy. North-northwest winds here at 15 miles an hour, accompanying those clouds and making it feel even better outside if you like the cooler air. Temperatures across KOTA territory ranging from the 60s to the 70s in the Black Hills and points south, but we're seeing a few 50s sprinkling in northern South Dakota and in parts of northern Carter County and parts of southeastern Montana. Sheridan also in the 50s, 59 degrees there. Zooming into the Black Hills, we're talking about temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 64 in Piedmont and in downtown Rapid City, 63 in Spearfish and Sturgis, 59 already in Bear Lodge. Now we are talking about the possibility of some of those storms firing up tonight and into tomorrow. We're already seeing some storm activity in the central Black Hills and in parts of northeast Wyoming. Newcastle, you're hearing lots of thunder right now, but as we hit throughout the rest of the night, the moisture that's in parts of central Wyoming, this will be moving through KOTA territory, bringing us plenty of rain chances. We have rain chances starting in the next couple of hours in Rapid City as temperatures stay in the 60s until around 10 o'clock. Then we'll drop into the 50s for the overnight hours, and rain showers are likely through the rest of the night. We could also see a little bit of fog develop after midnight, and that patchy fog could last throughout the day tomorrow. Don't let these very high bars here on the graphic fool you. We're going to stay cool throughout the entire morning. Mid-50s are expected as you walk out the door tomorrow, whether that's 54 or 55. Still going to feel a little chilly, especially for July, and we're going to be seeing rain showers throughout the morning and fog lasting throughout the morning hours too. That fog continues throughout the entire day throughout all of KOTA territory with patchy fog in the forecast. Otherwise, showers are likely, especially in the morning hours. And after those showers finish, we're going to start to see cloud coverage continue to take over. That will keep temperatures in the upper 50s in Rapid City all day long. This is around 25 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. So if you like the cooler air, savor it because it's not going to last too long. But we are talking about the possibility of some decent rainfall with this system. We can see maybe 1.5 inches, possibly in southwestern South Dakota and in parts of southeast Montana and northwestern South Dakota. In and around the Black Hills, we could see isolated spots of 2+ inches, which is some nice beneficial moisture. We need all the moisture we can get to prepare us for the drier fall and winter months around this area. But we are talking about the potential for those showers and storms to start up tonight. This is around 11 o'clock through midnight. We're going to start to see those showers and storms make their way through. Clouds remain after the showers get on out of here, but by Thursday we're seeing decreasing cloud coverage and we will see mostly sunny skies for Friday. Tonight, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. We're cloudy and foggy with a few rain showers around. Tomorrow, temperatures are in the 50s for the most part. A few spots manage to get into the low 60s. Patchy fog throughout the day. Showers are likely. Don't get used to it though. Temperatures right back in the 80s by Friday for everyone. Rapid City, we're in the 80s for Friday, Saturday, and the 90s. Right back in the forecast Sunday and then much of next week, Jack. So savor it.
I know you're excited for the cool weather.
Oh, I am. This is my favorite type of weather. Rainy, cloudy, dreary, and 50s. Perfect.
Oh yeah, rainy and dreary.
Perfect.
Like a dream.
I love it.
Thank you very much. Well, coming up next, we'll show you the newly revealed medals for the 2026 Winter Olympics. And a 9-year-old barrel racer had a close brush with death due to a simple mistake. We'll tell you her story next. Off-season Rapid City Rush news. A team announcing today it's promoted assistant coach Peter Drikos to associate head coach. Drikos has been a Rush assistant coach for 2 seasons. He stepped in for former head coach Scott Burt during his medical leave last season, leading the team to an 18-12-4 record, including an 11-game winning streak. Drikos said, quote, "I'm excited to be back in Rapid City. The town, the players, and the organization mean a lot to me." An innocent mistake by a 9-year-old barrel racer nearly cost her life. Tayson Bragg has the story from New Waverly, Texas.
Horses mean absolutely everything to Kinlan Tyler.
I love riding horses.
She began riding horses at 2, then barrel racing them at 4, and now at 9, she's racked up a very impressive resume of wins.
So what do you win when you do these barrel races?
So whenever I do most of them, that time I'll either win like money, and then at the end I'll either win like a saddle or a buckle.
Kinlan tells me about a month ago she used all the money she saved up over the years to buy this guy, Big Gray. But a week later, a simple mistake almost cost her life.
I was holding him and she went up behind him and she pat him on the butt, got right up behind him and spooked him and he kicked her.
That day, seeing that happen, how did you handle it? What was that like for you, Mom?
I thought she was dead when I got to her. It happened right in front of me and she was laying on the ground and I started screaming and I said, Kinlan, say something.
Thankfully, moments later, Kinlan was able to speak, but the injuries were substantial.
She had over 20 broken bones in her face. Her nose was completely shattered. Her sinus tract was completely just curved. Her cheek was 5 millimeters pushed out of place and rotated.
She already had multiple surgeries, and doctors say there are more on the way. But this tough cowgirl isn't cowering. Instead, she's using this moment to help keep others safe.
Never go behind a horse. Be arms length away from the horse, and if you just be careful not to spook them.
And in case you're wondering,
I still have to recover for a few more weeks, but I'll definitely, when it's the day that I can get back on, I definitely will be riding my horses.
The medals for the 2026 Winter Olympic Games have officially been revealed. Today, organizers unveiled the medals for the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics. The big reveal comes about 200 days before the start of the Games. The medals, designed by the Italian State Mint and Polygraphic Institute, are made from recycled metals, including renewable energy. Each medal features a split design to symbolize both Olympic and Paralympic values. Italy has hosted the Winter Games before, but this will mark Milan's first time. Also, for the first time ever, ski mountaineering will be an Olympic sport. The games start February 6th. The Paralympic Games will follow, set to begin on March 6th. It will soon be easier for NFL teams to get a play in from the sidelines this season. Starting this season, Sony is providing head coaches with updated headsets. Company officials say the new headsets can withstand a variety of extreme weather, from the freezing temperatures in Green Bay to the sweltering heat in Miami. They're waterproof and also have improved noise canceling abilities. The league says it got a lot of input from teams and coaches that factored into headset design and features. Sony is now the league's official technology partner. The NFL made $13 billion in 2023, according to Sportico. And we'll have a final look at your accurate First Alert forecast next. Stay with us. Dogs have been called man's best friend, but there's another four-legged animal that can arguably share that title. Tuesday is National I Love Horses Day. Horses have been a common thread throughout human history, not only to provide transportation, they've also cleared fields, moved cattle, even provided assistance in wars. Horses are used by police departments, and of course they star in racing with the Kentucky Derby, the crown jewel event. There are hundreds of breeds, from Arabian to Thoroughbred to Clydesdale, Shire, and more. Horses have excellent vision thanks to minimal blind spots, which is why it's hard to sneak up on one. Another horse fact, horses' hooves are made of keratin, the same protein found in human fingernails and hair. You can mark National I Love Horses Day by taking a horseback ride or visit some in national parks. Good horseback riding weather around here?
Yeah, I mean, if you like the cool weather and the cloudy skies, then yeah, it's definitely good. That rain that we're seeing tomorrow, though, might cause some issues for horseback riding. Tonight, the rain showers start, and we're a little foggy, too. Cool tonight, though.
And he's happy. See you tonight at 10.
Thanks for watching KOTA Territory News, your local news and weather authority.